Okay, I'm ready. I'm already recording. Here, let's go ahead and get started. Let me play the jingle. Boom. It's 2019, Greg.
We made it.
We made it. 1
We're
year.
back.
Not very consistent 1 year, but 1 year. We've been doing
Yes.
podcasts for 1 year.
Wow. I could almost see that year progress in your beard.
I shaved it like last week. It was actually really big. And I was just like, I could actually like grab a handful of it. It was kind of, it was getting pretty long.
Would you say you cleaned it up for me, Joe? Oh, that's very sweet. That's very sweet, Joe.
Although I think I went a little short because now I'm getting back into the itchy phase. Like I'm like, oh damn, because once you get past a certain point, it's not itchy anymore, and I think I went a little too short. So yeah, I'm learning. It's a whole thing. I have to say, trimming a beard is like messy. Like, have you ever grown out your beard and like trimmed it all? Like freaking hair gets all over the place, dude.
Oh, I'm made aware. If I don't already am aware, I am made aware. Very well aware.
Cool.
Yes.
I know it's not the beginning of January, Greg, but how was like your holidays and your new year and all that jazz? How'd that go for you?
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Very busy, not restful enough. I wish there was a little bit more downtime.
Yeah.
But, it was good. A little glad it's over now with, looking forward instead of looking back. But yeah, I'm ready for 2019. How about you?
Oh, dude, I can't wait for 2019. I'm going to kill it this year. I just know it. It's going to be a good year.
Yeah, that's good. I like to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like my major promise to myself over the holidays and into the New Year's, stop what I'm doing, focus, and start shipping again. Got too many incomplete things going on. So time to focus, hanker down, and get stuff done.
Cool.
Yeah. Congrats, by the way, on your Pi release.
Oh, thanks. Yep. Pi's been really good. The people that have bought it, I'll be honest, it hasn't been like the killer release because it's one of those stacks that you buy it when you need it, sort of thing. So It's not like a stack everyone's going to want to go out and buy today. But the people that have bought it have really loved it. And they've shared a couple things that they've built with it. And they're really happy with it. And obviously it works great with Forms Plus.
Yes, thanks
really
for that.
Yep.
Yeah, that came out really well. I'm glad it was pretty easy to integrate.
Yep. Yeah. Paul's done some really cool, interesting examples where, because the power of Forms Plus is where you can kind of do the multi-stepped forms, right? So he built this really cool example of like building out a pricing package for like a web design business. So he's like, choose your package, click next. And then basically, all throughout Pi is calculating, all of that stuff through each step of the form. It's really cool stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what else would be cool? You submit that to the database because Forms Plus supports MySQL.
Yep.
And then you can build an admin area with your lockdown, right?
Mm-hmm.
With your stack, and then feed that into Gridiron, and you could have a whole table for someone to log in, see all the submissions and all that stuff.
There you go. Oh, does Gridiron pull from a database as well?
It can, yeah.
Sick. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah. It figures out all the columns that you have in the database, and depending on how you name them, it will automatically split it based on underscores and make them into words. So like if you had custom underscore column, it would be capital C.
Oh, I think, okay, got it. Yeah.
Capital C.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So it makes like you can make a whole nice table out of it.
Slick.
Yeah.
You do good work, Greg.
Thanks, Joe. Like you too. High five. Fist bump. Have a little secret handshake going on the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you ready for what do you got going in the pipeline then?
So I have a bunch of like small stacks that I have been building over the past year or so that I just need to get out and released. So I have a new stack called Seams that'll probably be released in the next couple weeks. It's kind of like a stack that has like like section. You could basically like create sections between your pages, and it has like the wave or the diagonal lines. Like where you can create those sort of skewed sections in your sites.
Page breaks.
Yeah. There you go. Page breaks, I guess. It doesn't actually do like the scrolled point, but it creates either you could basically make SVGs. Because that's what it does on the fly, and it'll create either slanted lines or kind of a wave, an S curve or a Bezier curve, and obviously you can style them and color them, so then you have nice little sections and stuff. So yeah, that's cool. That'll be coming in a couple weeks. But the main thing I'm working on right now is Foundation 2. That is, I'm hoping for maybe a beta by like the end of March. That's my goal. But I'm still really early stages on that. So, and it probably will require Stacks 4. So
cool. And I shipped a beta.
Oh yeah.
To a couple of people. Yeah. Weaver Pix 4.
Ooh, what's it got, man?
It does. What does it have? Let's see. Obviously, total CMS integration, blog and blog gallery, right? What else? Flickr. You can add your images directly. Obviously, top of my head, you could load them from a CSV file.
You can load images from a CSV. Interesting. So you just put like warehoused image URLs in the CSV, and
I should open it up before I speak off the top of my head, because this is like public record, and I won't hear the end of it if because I
Greg, you promised me CSV support.
I could see the email now. No,
and it comes with free hosting. You said, right, Greg?
Oh God, Joe. Well, folks, that was the end of the Weaver Radio series. Rest in peace. It was good while it lasted. All right. Single image, warehoused, 500 pixels, Flickr, total CMS gallery, total CMS image, total CMS blog, and a CSV file.
Okay, cool.
Yes. So, yeah. And then, those are all your image sources, and then your image galleries. There are right now 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 different gallery types. That's going to be depending on what I get working and all that stuff. But yeah.
Now, is this a stack or is it going to be a plugin?
Stack.
It's a stack.
It's going to be a stack now. Yes.
Awesome sauce.
So the unfortunate thing is, obviously, you can't easily migrate from 3 to 4. Okay. But
yeah,
now it's a stack, so you get all this benefits, all this better integration.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it.
I can't wait to get it done. But in spirit of my New Year's resolution of focusing on one thing and one thing only and getting it done and shipping it, I'm working on my Chili Duck hosting website first.
Awesome. And a marketing page for your Sendy service, yes. Right?
Absolutely. Just
Excellent.
For you, Joe.
Because I've been recommending that to people, and then they're like, how do I get it?
Yeah, I know. It is a big oversight on my part. So I apologize. So if anybody has any questions, please reach out. But yes, a whole new website, all new pricing plans. I'm not going to ship my bundles that I want to do quite yet, just because I need to cut back just to get this done. But I'm going to add bundles.
Call it puppy packs or what? You always got clever terms for all this stuff.
Oh, I think I did have a funny name. But now I can't remember. I have to look this up, and Joe, this is going to drive me nuts.
A puppy pack sounds good. I like that.
No, it's good. I had something better. Now I can't remember. Oh man. I'm gonna have to go through my Slack chat history to find this, how to bookmark it. Man, okay. Yeah, no, I'll come up with a name.
Okay, cool.
Challenge accepted. So
sweet.
Yeah.
So Weaver Pix 4, new website coming, ETA on the website. I know. I mean, I hate when people ask me that question. So is it like 3 months away, 2 months away?
don't know, Joe. What do you think?
It's got to be better than mine. Whereas, like, I was shipping mine in like February of 2018, and all of a sudden October runs around, and I finally got a website up.
If I say this, I know there were people that coming on the Hangout who will hold me to this and harass me until the end of time about it. So
I still get shit.
I know. I'm going to have to cop out on this one and say when it's ready. I don't want the peanut gallery to come with their pitchforks and so. No, hopefully this quarter. I mean, I'm writing content now and working out bugs, but it's coming along. So
sweet.
Yeah. Exhausting. A lot of work.
Yeah. I'm also excited. Stacks 4 is coming pretty soon. I'm excited about that. Been seeing some screenshots getting leaked about it and stuff. So it's been exciting. Can't wait for it.
Yes. I haven't heard any of the API changes. So I haven't had any.
No, 4.0 shouldn't have many API changes. He tries to keep the 4.0, like the major releases, like API pretty much stays pretty consistent. There might be a few minor new things, but mostly consistent. And then the .5 release, that's when he does like the big API changes. That way it's a smoother transition for end users because he doesn't want to have huge API changes and then also huge, UI and, stacks changes. So it's smart. I like that kind of release cycle. Makes a lot of sense. Speaking about upgrades and release cycles, RapidWeaver 8.1 got released, I think it was this past week. And I was a little shocked because I've been using RapidWeaver 8.1. The beta was in beta for quite a long time. And I thought it was stable and ready. I thought it was like super solid. And I was excited for users to get it because it was just a solid update. And then it got released and just stuff hit the fan. Now we have to say that, as usual, when, people are looking at forums, it's mostly people that post that have issues are on the forums, right? So while all the posts were overtly negative, there were thousands upon thousands of people that had zero issues with 8.1 and everything was moving smoothly. So, but RapidWeaver is now up to 8.1.3. So they've released a few updates, and apparently it's really smoothed things out for those users that had issues. I think there are still a couple small kinks and issues with things like older versions of PlusKit and I know a couple people had like a really old version of PlusKit installed, and with 8.1 it actually caused like they lost some images, like it actually like permanently like lost images from their project and stuff. So if you had this special combination and you were special, you got the lucky prize and got to lose some work. And I feel sorry about that. But apparently it didn't happen if you had the latest version of PlusKit and stuff like that. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but like I said, for a vast majority of the users, 8.1 has been a huge improvement. I think the preview speed of it is vastly improved. They fixed that looping bug, which was kind of killing me. Where if you quickly switched between pages and the page didn't fully render in preview yet, you'd be stuck in this loop and it would go back and forth between pages. That's quite annoying. 8.1 for me at least is stable. Have you been using 8.1, Greg?
Yes. And all I have to say is thank goodness they didn't do it over the holidays.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Otherwise, that would have been a little scary because nobody around or anything like that. You know how it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But do you have any good New Year's resolutions yourself, Joe?
No. It was just mostly to I need to get focused on Foundation 2, Total CMS 2. After that. Actually, I kind of had one resolution where, I want to get back to my roots of, I'm a huge automation fan. But for a lot of things, I kind of fell off the automation bandwagon. So one of my resolutions is to try to automate a lot of things again this year. Kind of reevaluate various things that I used to do or I still do kind of manually and seeing how I can automate that. So I signed up for Zapier. And, I've been wanting to do Zapier and if this and that for forever. But I never wanted to, for some reason, I always felt like I didn't want to have to rely on them, on those services. And I always felt, because I'm a developer, that, I could just write scripts to do that stuff for myself, right? And I have been doing that, but like a lot of times if, one service changes their API or something, small other changes happen, I have to then figure out what the heck happened, go fix my script, go figure out what they changed in their API. And, it was just a lot of work. So, this year I decided that I just need to bite the bullet. I signed up for Zapier and yeah, I'm excited to see what I can do with that. I have Cartloom integrated with Zapier. So yeah, Cartloom goes into Zapier and then Zapier integrates with my Sendy instance. So that's the only thing I've set up so far. And so starting, this I actually just gotten that set up today. Actually, I had some SSL issues and yeah, whatever. It took me like a week to figure out what the heck was going on.
Do you have the paid version or the free version of Zapier?
So up until today, I had the free version. And the free version only allows you 100 tasks per month. And I'd already hit that in like less than a week. So I upgraded to the paid version. I think it's like $20 a month. I went for the monthly plan instead of the yearly plan. I think yearly was like $18 a month, if you paid all up front. But yeah, I figured, it's not for $2 a month. I'd rather just have it, a little bit at a time than, all up front. Yeah.
What's a task? Is that every connection from
every
Cartloom?
Connection? Yeah. So every time. So right now I have a Cartloom order that goes in. And so whenever a Cartloom order goes in, it goes into Sendy. That's one task.
Wow. So I let you execute that 100 times.
Yeah. So if you get 100, so if I get 100 orders in, that's 100 tasks. And I was testing several different things. So I had like two zaps going in. So I had orders coming in and then populating into two different lists into Sendy just because I was testing some stuff. And that obviously doubled the speed of how fast I was churning through my tasks. And so yeah, I upgraded to the paid plan, which I was pretty sure I was going to have to do anyway. So yeah.
So you weren't surprised?
I wasn't surprised. Yeah. I mean, it's fine. I mean, the free plan is there for you to test it and kind of see how things are working. And, you get 100 things for free. That's cool. But yeah. With the $20 a month, you get unlimited now. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a good idea. It's a good idea because then you're basically funneling people from your site who check out through Cartloom into Sendy. And what are you doing in Sendy?
So right now I just have it simple. It just goes to a general list. But what I'm going to have to do is in Zapier, I can then say, I was actually working on that right before we started this call. So basically you can have logic where it says, it'll look at the Cartloom order and say, okay, if the person purchased Foundation, then also I can say like, also add them to this list. Yeah. So I can kind of divvy it up into different products. Now I don't plan on having a email list for every single product. But for my big products like Total CMS, Foundation, email stacks, I'll have separate lists so that I can email them as well separately. Then on top of my general, quote unquote general list. So that's my thoughts.
Might have to have you help me with that.
Sure. There were some gotchas, that because I was using Cloudflare, and I didn't have SSL on my server. I was being lazy and just using Cloudflare's SSL. And with the Zapier integration, Sendy actually makes an API call to itself. And when it was trying to make an API call to itself over HTTPS, it never actually went out through Cloudflare, right? So when it tried to go locally, it was getting connection refused because there was no SSL certificate locally. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So
speaking of Cloudflare and SSL,
that took me a week.
That took you a week.
That took me a week to figure that shit out.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you figured that out for me. So I'll have to pick your brain later.
Yeah.
Speaking of Cloudflare and SSL, I have a point to make real quick. And this has come up a lot in the last week. You don't need Cloudflare for SSL. If your host gives you free SSL certificates, you can use that, because a lot of people, I've had some people sign up lately for hosting and they go through all the activation and just use Cloudflare just for the SSL. And I think that's coming off of, they're watching RealMax tutorials and videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So people should know that, if your host gives you free SSL certificates, you can just use that. It might make your life simpler, may make your life easier.
Yep.
There are other benefits to Cloudflare, but, some people want to be technical savvy.
Listen to our episode we have an episode on HTTPS. Go ahead and listen to that. We talk about that. Cloudflare is an option if your host doesn't allow you to have HTTPS. It does make it simple, but there are some gotchas, which I experienced today with the integration with Zapier and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, good call. Another thing, actually, it's now that we're talking about HTTPS, I saw a thread on the forum that was asking, hey, if my site doesn't have HTTPS, someone said, oh, Google, I learned that Google actually does still index my site. And so apparently there was a perception that if your website wasn't HTTPS, Google would remove your site from their entire index. That is not true, right? It's HTTPS is simply now a small part of their ranking factors, where you'll get a small bump in your score if you have HTTPS. It does not mean that Google's going to remove you from their database.
Yes. Google never forgets, and Google, I'm sure, never deletes any data, uses it all for their machine learning and their algorithms. So
yes. I actually had a customer today who Googled like a product that I discontinued, probably at least 5 years ago. Right. And for some reason, he found this link from Google to my old product page on my old domain. And obviously he's like, what happened to this product? And I'm like, oh, well, I didn't set up redirects for that to the new website because I got rid of that thing like 5 years ago. And Google still had a link to it in its database. It was nuts.
Yeah. Maybe that'll show up in your webmaster tools.
Yeah. I need to look at that. So yeah, I actually had a to-do list. I need to go and make sure I was going to set up special redirects for all the decommissioned products that I had to make sure it goes to a 404 page, or maybe I'll create a custom page that's like, we let go of this product, something like that.
Yeah. I used to work at a company whose business strived on SEO. Their mantra was no 404s whatsoever.
So you just redirect, and you redirect to a page that says, sorry, this product doesn't exist anymore. Go check out these other cool products that we have.
Yeah. Or your homepage.
Okay.
Or, the lazy thing would be homepage.
If Google gets a 404 on a link, doesn't it remove it from the index, or no?
I don't know if it so much removes it from the index, but it's like, it's kind of like a slap on the wrist. Now your site's generating a bunch of not found pages, and we don't like not found pages.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Cool.
It wants a happy website. Google is just full of happy websites. Everybody's smiling. Yeah. So. Well, good luck with Total CMS and Foundation 2. What's new about Foundation 2?
So it's going to be used on, it's going to upgrade to the latest Foundation framework, which is version 6.5. So the current version of Foundation still uses Zurb Foundation framework version 5. So I've been waiting for version 7 to kind of come out, but 6.5 is super stable. And I think it's at a good place. So I'm going to just go ahead and move with that. And it's also, I'm going to rethink everything, because Foundation is a pretty big product. A couple thousand people use it. And I want to see how I can rethink on, how I can make things better, basically, just rethink how the design of it is and how we can make it more streamlined, faster. And a lot of times I see a lot of people making websites that are, when you look at their edit mode, it's like insane, like all the stuff that they do, right? So my goal is to try to allow them to do more with less stacks, because a lot of people tend to put in way too many stacks. And I don't know if it's because they think they need all of those or what, but my goal is to allow people to accomplish more with less stacks. That's my ultimate goal.
Cool. Sounds like an ambitious project.
Yes.
Yes. All right, sir. Well, it was good talking to you and catching up, and congratulations on our 1 year anniversary.
Yes. Pat ourselves on the back.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. Still the longest running Rap Weaver podcast there is.
Funny.
Yeah.
Well, cool, Greg. It was great. Maybe we could do this again next week.
Yes, maybe we'll continue the streak.
Well, continue the streak. There we go. Hey, maybe we should add that. You have that, like, the Streaks app where it's like, you're on a streak. That's the big thing now, like all the habit apps, whatever.
I did not know that.
Okay, never mind. Over there.
Yeah.
Greg, so where can people on the web find you?
Out of practice here. At Barshard on Twitter, at Chili Dog Host, Chili Dog Software, and Chili Dog Hosting. All those places. How about you, Joe?
Sweet. I am at Joe Workman everywhere. Or if you want to check out the Weaver Space tweets, I am at Weaver Space everywhere. So YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Although I don't have any Instagram posts on Weaver Space yet, but planned for this year. Cool. And if you like the show, check us out on weaverradio.com. You can check out all the past shows. We have a lot of really great shows. I've been recommending them to tons of people. If you want to shoot us an email, you want us to answer some questions, shoot us an email to feedback@weaverradio.com. And thank you very much. We will see you guys in the next episode. See you later, Greg.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.